Hey, this is Bill. I'm checking in with Paul McWhorter's Pico W lesson number 30 class. The homework assignment was to use the Pico to connect to the internet, run out, get some API data type format that nested in that, I guess, is also a JSON format, which helps you unravel the order of arrays and dictionaries. And so Paul did an API address that listed all the current astronauts in space, and he told us to do something interesting. And then for his example that I think he's going to go through, excuse me, that he's going to go through next Tuesday will be a weather one that he had for his place on the Nile. So anyway, during that Tuesday premiere, we were having some thunderstorms rolling in, which we don't get very often. And so what went through my mind is, hey, we could get, I wonder if I could look for lightning strikes. He mentioned earthquakes, he mentioned stock tickers, he mentioned weather. I don't know, he threw out a few things there. And so anyways, I just thought, well, let's see if we can do that. And that turns into be a bit of an issue in and of itself, just trying to find these API sites, or at least it was for me. I found a couple places that had some lists and just started a bunch of stuff, but a lot of them weren't in the same format. But let me show you the computer and I'll tell you where we're at here. This is, I said, protected up here. What that is this is just a dummy. It's what I had, but I changed a few things. So you can see the way we set this up. I mean, that's just straight from Paul. It's thinking while it's connecting there, it's just going through that while loop. And then it prints connected. And then the next thing we're going here is our request for what we're after. And this is, highlighted one is the one that I'm using. It was apiweatherstack.com. You have to get a key, API key, which was free. I actually ended up getting from different websites a few API keys, and some, I guess, depending on what you want to do with them, you actually have to pay for them. But anyways, I wasn't going to do that. I just wanted to get the assignment done. So anyways, this key, and they said protect the key. I'm not sure why, but anyways, about half the numbers are missing and letters in that key. So if you want to use that site with my key, you're going to have to figure out the rest of the code of the key and knock yourself out. But you can get them for free. I tried all kinds of stuff. Like I said, there was lightning strikes, and this is only a portion of the ones I did. Oh, here we go, lightning.weather. That doesn't have an API, but it was listed on an API site. Hell, I should probably tack on API and see if it works. But anyways, that was one that I had troubles with. I tried weather.gov, and then there were certain kind of nested parts of the onion there. Grid points. I tried a couple of different things, couldn't get that to work. He said stock, and so this was an API thing that came up, but it just displayed its own widget, so you didn't have to do anything. But it was interesting. It was House Stock Watcher and Senate Stock Watcher, and it told you not the actual trades, but dollar amounts and number of trades and the time of the last trade for senators and congressmen. There were two I looked up that was, I'm going way off in the weeds, but there were two that I looked up that were really pretty interesting. One was this like Kelly Lofgren or something, I think she's from like Georgia or something like that. Anyways, she got accused of insider trading. She made a bunch of trades the day the U.S. government found out. She was on some select committee for something. Found out about COVID-19. And that day she ended up making a bunch of trades that turned out to be highly lucrative. And she was accused of insider trading. She denied it. Looking at the website, she hasn't made any trades in 3 years. But she made a bazooka of trades, I forget what it was, a couple hundred or something like that. And in the value of $113 million. She denied it, it evaporated, went away. Another interesting one that's come up with insider trading a few times with Nancy Pelosi, the former Speaker of the House. And there was recently, she was still Speaker at the time, there was legislation to really crack down on government officials doing insider trading. And she's a powerful lady, and the Speaker just made that evaporate. But she had made something like $91 million worth of trades. But anyways, I digress. There were interesting things to look for. I tried sunrise, sunset, that didn't work. Earthquake, that didn't work. Breaking Bad quotes did work, but it's kind of dumb, if you know the characters of the show, you click on it once and it says Walter White said this. If you click on it again, Jesse Pinkman said this, and I don't know. Anyways, but it did work. Another one that did work that was kind of dumb too was this API Open Brewery db.org, and it was said it would display microbreweries and craft brew places near your location or your queried location. I tried that, and I think the database is pretty small. It did deliver a few places that were, outside of a 50-mile range from here, so that wouldn't help you out a whole lot if you were thirsty at the time. But anyways, that's what it is, and just to show you how it works, this was it. Let me hit go. Connected, boom. Okay, there's connected. This was everything, all the information. This is the onion right here. So I started peeling it back. If you take a look at that, there's request, and then that's got all this kind of stuff in that curly Q. Then the next one is location. That's got stuff. The next one is current in there. So I just kind of went down the onion a little bit. So I hit request, and then request language, request type, request query. So you can see this is what it turned out. This was request. This was request language. This was type. This was query. And then there's a bunch of this other stuff. Location, longitude, time zone, local time observation. This is one thing that makes this a little less desirable. I don't know if there's a way to change that, but you can see when I did this, it's approaching 5 o'clock my local time, 5 p.m. That's an inquiry time. Observation time is 11:39 p.m. And so I don't know if you can change that, but I mean, that doesn't do me any good. That's yesterday's newspaper. Anyways, we didn't have any cloud cover. So I guess it cleared up at 11 because we've been having a lot of clouds lately. Humidity, visibility, they don't say what the units are. I just figured it was to Pancake Day. Wind direction, it gives you the compass direction as well as the azimuth. For some reason it had the degrees in there twice, so I printed that out. It gives you the degrees in centigrade. I added our little, we've done this before with our DHT thing. So there's the conversion, so I changed that to the Fahrenheit scale. Anyways, that was the homework assignment, and this isn't all that clean, but I wasn't done yet. So I was trying to set up a client server thing. So here's my client page, and this is the wild true, and I just copied it down a couple of times. I was trying to get it to spit everything out all at one time. This first one is the one that makes the connection and the banter back and forth to tell you they're talking. This one, I just picked the field that was query, and that delivers the message. It comes back, and so here it was Carson City. Then you have to ask it again. You grab the thing. I tried all kinds of stuff. For some reason, if I didn't ask from the computer and I just tried to put the stuff in, it changed this address. It would always have the correct IP address, but the next part that was the port was never highlighted in the red stuff, red lettering, and it was longer than that. And so I was just trying different ways to do it, and that was one of the ways. You can see here, I'm tipping my hand here by showing you this, but this is another Pico that I have, and you can see I was going to try and hook it up wirelessly, so let's give that a try. Plug that in. For some reason I can't run two instances, or I've tried and I don't do well with that, so I've got one computer and then I've got another computer with the client. So just to make sure we're good, I'm gonna, I guess I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm not using that one. We're using that one. So that one should be started fresh. We'll go over here to this guy. Make sure that's going. And it says, are you ready to weather? You just have to hit any key. So I'll say go. Go, baby. Let's try that again. Are you ready to weather? Say go. Oh, come on, you're making me look bad. Let me kill that server, or kill that client. Let's plug that in. Hopefully that's hopefully that one's going. Oh shoot, you know what it is? Damn it. That's a different IP address. I'll bet you that's got something to do with it. I think I'm going on memory here. 186. I could fire up that other client and see. Or let me actually, well, I'm here. Let me just try it. See if that rate of weather. Go. That didn't work. Stop. Rate of weather. Too many keyboards here. Go. Crap. come down here now. Say go. Okay, received. So server address, that's 187. Let me change this guy to 187. And see if that works. There we go. So that popped up. And you're ready to the weather. I just have it on that for loop or that while true loop here. That is actually the Fahrenheit, and I think that's all I did. I didn't do too many things because it wasn't working the way I wanted. But if anybody knows of an idea where I can get that just to go all in one fell swoop, but anyways, I've got the Pico, getting stuff from the internet and reading that information on the client. So we'll see you guys Tuesday.